Here's a question for you. Do you believe that hospitals should have the right to turn away cops who are on duty, especially when they're carrying their service pistol? Now, this hospital didn't necessarily turn away the police officer. They said that the police officer could not come into the facility with a firearm. And this is not the only thing that's being found. It's being found that the hospital is making a policy of not allowing police officers access to victims of crime. They're not allowing officers access to people who committed crimes. So basically, this hospital is doing their best to hinder all police operations. Now, what do you think should be done? Now, I've got a local news program that is going to tell you exactly what all's going on there, and then we're going to discuss this afterwards. So, here we go.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
And tonight there is backlash over a medical facility staff turning away a Milwaukee police officer who was seeking medical care.
The police union says it happened at a Froedtert ThedaCare Clinic last week. 12 News' Emily Popal joining us live at the union headquarters on Blue Mound Road tonight. Emily, the union president says the officer was in uniform and was asked to remove his department-issued gun.
Right, and that is something Union President Alexander Ayala says officers cannot and should not do. Lawmakers now are demanding answers and sharing an apology from Froedtert tonight.
We want our officers to be given the treatment that any human being deserves.
But that, according to Alexander Ayala, did not happen last week when a Milwaukee police officer got sick while on duty. Ayala says the officer left the Froedtert clinic and got treatment at a different clinic.
And he was denied service because he had his duty weapon.
Ayala says the officer left the Froedtert clinic and got treatment at a different clinic, a hurdle Ayala says the officer should not have had to clear. He questions the request to have a uniformed officer remove their service weapon.
A police officer with just a uniform on and not having their duty belt anywhere is a danger to him and to others. That officer cannot take action, but you are required to take action because you're still in uniform.
Learning of the issue, 25 state lawmakers signed a letter demanding answers from Froedtert leadership. State Representative Bob Donovan is calling for an investigation into Froedtert's policies.
Why? It's absurd. They get a lot of federal funds. And if they have a policy like this, that needs to come to an end.
State Senator Julian Bradley, who was among the 25 lawmakers demanding answers, shared an apology letter he says Froedtert officials gave him. That letter apologizes to the officer, saying, quote, "To be clear, weapons in the possession of authorized security and law enforcement officers are permitted on our property." Adding, quote, "We are working to clarify our policies and educate our team members to ensure this does not happen again."
Now, Emily, we should mention Froedtert has not responded directly to 12 News about this incident, but you learned there could be additional fallout.
Right, that's because the union president says that in addition to denying the officer medical care, he's also accusing Froedtert staff of getting in the way of police investigations by keeping officers from victims, suspects, and evidence. For that, he's calling for criminal charges of obstruction. Again, we did reach out to Froedtert tonight, but have not heard back.
Now, you heard all of that. And here is my question to you. What do you think should happen to this hospital? Now, there are people that are calling for this hospital to be charged with a crime, which is obstruction. Now, do you think that is fair? Do you think that a hospital that is connected to a medical program that teaches the next doctors should be allowed to continue this? Do you think that there should be some fallout over this? Now, I am pretty certain that there are no laws that are saying that police officers should be allowed to carry their firearms, but at the same time, these are police officers. These are men and women that are sworn to uphold the law. Now, my channel normally covers the cops that act badly. But here's the thing. I've never said that I want police officers gotten rid of. I just want the bad actors within police departments to be gotten rid of. This is not acceptable in my opinion. This isn't even a political protest. This is a causation of criminality. And I honestly think that something should be done. I don't know if criminal charges should be done, but something needs to be done. So, what do you think? Do you think that there should be criminal charges? Do you think that there should be other fallout? So, let's hear your opinion. And thank you for watching my video. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Have a good day, y'all. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.